course Sentomaru's gonna body Luffy in the pre-time skip. This dude is unironically one of the strongest Marines in One Piece. He's ironically one of my favorite people in One Piece because when he first met Luffy, there was no ego there. He saw Luffy and he was like, I don't even got a problem with pirates, but if I gotta take you down, I'll take you down. And he did it pretty easily. And it's crazy to think in retrospect with him saying his guard's the best in the world, and I know some of us thought like, that can't really be true, right? Video will have AK spoilers, by the way. Saying that he was trained by Kizaru, one of the 3 admirals from a young age onward, gives credence to that now. It may have not been for long, but he can fight tank moves, dodge moves from admirals fighting a 1v1. His scuffle here with Kizaru, even if Kizaru wasn't completely serious, is an infinitely better showcase than the Straw Hats had versus Kizaru way back on Sabaody. But the thing that I'm looking forward to the most with this character is the fact that he's a pirate now. I know it's not like stated that he's a pirate, but he's a pirate. Starting out his journey on this little dinghy with a barrel and a bag of food. Same way Luffy started on his journey with a little dinghy and a barrel and a bag of food. Like Sentomaru told Luffy years ago, he doesn't have anything against pirates. This kid grew up in isolation and had nobody but Borsalino and Vegapunk. Them the only 2 people he has any form of loyalty to, and it probably ain't gonna be Kizaru no more. So now you just got this rogue dude in the world of One Piece that all the Pacifista, Mark 1, Mark 3, and the Seraphim will listen to this dude. The only people with higher authority than him are the Gorosei and the Vegapunks, which there are only 2 of, and 1 is on our side. And York is super weak, so if she comes out to give them an order, I can see like Usopp or anybody else like taking her down immediately before she can do something about it. Because Seraphim and Pacifista all need verbal orders in person in order to do something. Straw Hats can be fighting admirals on an island, and Sentomaru can just show up and be like, hey, S-Hawk, to me. S-Hawk not listening to Akainu. Neither would S-Snake, and both of these are in my TikTok shop for $3. Right now, if Sentomaru shows up on the battlefield, the best chance you have of dealing with him and the Pacifista Legion that he comes with is bringing the Elders. And honestly, that might be where Garland comes into the mix, and we see him for the first time fight the Straw Hats. Because since he can't go back to the Marines, and there ain't no Vegapunk for him to go to anymore, except for the one that's with the Straw Hats, I can see him joining the Straw Hats eventually, because there's nowhere else for him to go. He might meet up with one of Luffy's allies in his Grand Fleet, and then just stick with them. And with him basically being like a pirate now, if you had to give him a bounty, what would you give him? Personally, I'm not giving him anything less than 1.5 billion. That might sound crazy high, but think about it. Under the Cross Guild system, admirals are already worth 3 billion. He was trained by an admiral, so cutting that in half, not too crazy. And in case you still think it's too high, understand that all the Pacifista under his control. More control over these guys than even the admirals. All the Mark III Pacifista have double fruits in them and that bubble shield, also under his control. But above all that, he also has a mini pirate empress and a mini world's strongest swordsman that he can just say, hey, come to me, fight Akainu for me. Somebody that was trained by an admiral and also has control over the strongest form of humanity in the world of One Piece. They shouldn't be anything less than 2 bill, I'd say.